This is a review of the Villainator. Included with the Villainator is the blaster itself, the cylinder that comes detached, the instructions, and 40 green and blue tipped waffle head darts. Starting at the front, there is no end-strike barrel attachment. This is not a Nerf brand blaster, but you cannot attach any barrel attachments to the front of this. Moving down, we have the priming handle. To prime the blaster, simply pull the gun back and forward. This will rotate the cylinder and prime the gun. This allows you to shoot one time. Moving on top, we have a flip-up iron sight. To flip it up, just pressure fit it up. There's nothing special about it. There is a rear iron sight back here, so if you actually want to line up your shot. Moving back, this is just a faux barrel in which the grip runs on. Moving back again, we have the cylinder. This is the included firing capacity. This cylinder holds 40 shots. To remove the cylinder, you can simply just nicely persuade it. Again, this cylinder holds 40 shots and it is detachable. It's not easily removable, however you can do it. It's not necessarily designed to be quick swap, however you can store multiple of these on your belt, on your rig, and quickly reload with a full loaded version of one of these. However, this is more taken out for storage reasons and if you want to reload it like this. Again, the capacity of this is 40. To reinsert, simply line it up with the grooves on the gun and pressure fit it back in. It does have 2 rows of darts, however that doesn't actually affect the firing. It will fire them all perfectly fine. You don't have to do anything with the gun, but it's just worth noting. Moving up top, there is a rail. This is not end-strike tactical rail. This is actually a dart zone rail. Again, I will talk about this all at the end. However, this is a rail. You can attach the dart zone attachments to it. You can add a scope, something up the top like that if you have a dart zone attachment. Moving down, we have the trigger. The trigger is pretty standard. This gun does have slam fire. This gun is also a little bit weird. When you pull the priming handle back, push the trigger in, you can actually slam fire by just pushing it forward. Really cool mechanism actually. It's better than regular slam fire. So definitely a cool addition. Moving down, we also have the grip. The grip is pretty comfortable. It's a nice, oversized, good filleted, and it's really comfortable to hold, especially with this gun. It also matches quite well with the front grip. The grips are at the similar angle, so when you're holding it in firing position, it's actually way more comfortable. I think that's actually really important on a pump action gun rather than just a regular gun. But the grips are really nice, including this one and this one. This one's obviously a little bit more important because this is your firing trigger, but it's a really nice grip. Moving back, we have the stock. This stock is actually detachable. To detach the stock, simply press the button underneath the stock attachment point and it will come off like that. The stock itself is pretty basic stock. It's not adjustable and it's pretty standard. However, this is a standard dart zone attachment point, so if you have another stock that you like to attach, you may. However, this is not compatible with your end-strike attachments. Apart from that, there's not much to go on about. This is a pretty competitive gun, so I'll just show you it firing. Firing the included green and blue tipped waffle head darts. These are included with the gun. I'll also be shooting at my electronic target system. It is a accuracy target score based system. However, this isn't necessarily a accuracy firing test, more just showing the general velocity that it shoots at, okay? The accuracy of the gun will more be dependent on my shot and the dart. However, it's a cool thing to shoot at. Now, because I'm missing every shot in existence, now for a bit of slam fire, I'm going to hold down the trigger, and when I pump and the priming handle hits the forward position, the gun will automatically fire. This gun is compatible with all standard elite style darts, so I'm going to shoot a few ECAM waffle head darts just to show that you can shoot them. I don't have the whole cylinder loaded up, but again, this is just a proof of concept. Oh yeah. I should have loaded more ECAM waffle head darts. Oh! Oh no, I have one shot left. Let's see if I can hit it. Oh! So now on to firing analysis and my opinion. However, to properly curate the firing analysis, I also need to talk about another thing. So, first of all, the firing performance of this gun is above the average of the Nerf guns in Australia. However, why is that? This gun is also known as the Dart Zone Villainator in the States. However, in Australia, this is just known as the Villainator. In Australia recently, Kmart have been taking guns from overseas, importing them, removing all logos, everything to do with them, and rebranding them as just their names and selling them on store shelves. This, however, I do recognize as a Dart Zone Villainator. It's got a different paint job, of course, however, it is functionally the exact same. I only mention this because since it is a Dart Zone gun, it shoots harder than like every Nerf gun on the market right now. I also note because it doesn't have the same locks as it does the rest of the Nerf guns. This gun does not have an air restrictor. Do not dry fire this gun. I have dry fired it a few times and it scares the living shits out of me. Moving down, we have the trigger, as I just hear the plunger head smack the front of the plunger tube. It's or whatever, but my point is that these guns aren't Nerf guns. However, technically they are Dart Zone guns. The darts they are included are Dart Zone guns. This stock attachment point is a Dart Zone stock attachment point. This rail accepts the rest of Dart Zone's attachments. This gun, while yes, technically being a Dart Zone gun, has the labeling nowhere. That also makes it shooting above average in Australian markets. So this is probably one of the fastest, hardest shooting Nerf guns on the market right now. Now for my personal opinion. With that in mind, I think this gun is absolutely great. This is something that we need, from the Australian point of view, we need some guns like this in the market. And this was so fun to buy. It's so much cheaper than Nerf guns. It is, of course, Nerf branded blasters. And this gun was just a complete joy to use. It's got really good shooting performance, probably far harder than anything you can buy off the shelf. Not the hardest gun I have. I've modded guns a bit faster than this. But just to have the convenience of something so, I'd say, pretty competitive right off the market is beautiful to see in Australia. The shooting was great. The cylinder system works. The darts are accurate. Nerf Elite darts are not accurate. The darts on Waffle Head darts are really good. Obviously, I hope you can see that in my firing. However, this gun was an absolute blast to use. I took this, a few of my mates, one of my mates used it. It's easy to use. The only thing is, I wish they had the air restrictor in just to prevent dry firing. The air restrictor only takes off about 5 feet per second. It wouldn't have hurt to leave it in. Yes, it would have decreased performance just a touch, but I think it would have been better and made it more friendly. I gave it to my mate and I just said, you know, you can't dry fire it. It's just, it'd be better if you could and just didn't have to worry about it. And even me, I have to check my my capacity to see how many I have left before I dry fire. So apart from that, this gun is a complete blast. I love it. It's so easy to use. As I said, I gave it to one of my mates. Just said, pump and shoot. It works. It's a great gun. It's good size. It's good length. The stock's a good size. It's built for people like this. Absolutely great gun on the market. One of my all-time favorites off-the-shelf guns. Again, I hope my opinion can reflect that, but my thoughts on this gun is extremely high. If you'd like to purchase one, I will leave a strictly Australian link. However, this gun is available in the States as the Dart Zone Villainator. I will leave a link, a separate link, to the US version of this gun. However, for all my Australian friends, it's only available at Kmart. I will leave a link at the top of the description for this link. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.